Hello everybody, my name is RPG and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force 3. In today's edition, we are going to be pillaging Rhineside Village for all that it's worth. I will say, like the genius that I am, I did my precursory run around the town stuff, or some of it anyway, to kind of find where the items are, and forgetting that I hadn't actually saved first. So a lot of the, like 2 or 3 of the items, and one of the important things, which is our chicken over here, is already done. But I'll talk to exactly where the items were and what I did to get them. Because like in Scenario 1, that chicken leads to another pointless character, so I might as well recruit it. And both of them are important for something in Scenario 3. I forget if I mentioned this at the time, actually, but when we spared Stella, way back in Battle Number 6, right at the Anafek docks, we won't see Proton again throughout Scenario 2, I don't think. But that has a impact on a character that we'll get in Scenario 3. It's one of those situations as well where it's a case of you get one or the other, but you can never get both. Which we'll actually see when... it's actually very near the end of Scenario 2, I think, but Garrosh, who we spared right at the beginning of Scenario 1, he'll join our party. If he hadn't survived, we'd get a different character instead. But let's have a quick walk around town. It's quite a sleepy little village. Okay. Oh, so there's an elf forest to the west. Oh, also something I might actually put in its own separate update eventually. I didn't realise this, but the headquarters have got bookcases in. They might not all have bookcases in, but the one here certainly does. So I was like, I wonder what little bit of information I'll get from the bookcase here. And it gave me a huge list of all the characters in the game, telling me what where they were born, what faction they're attached to, what their class is, and there was one other bit of information that I can't remember. And it gave me just like a nice little bit of flavour for a lot of the characters. But the only reason I'm not showing it in this episode is there were things in there for characters that we've not met yet. That I know what they are and that they're coming up, but as far as I'm aware, there's been no relevant mention of them at all yet. So I didn't want to just go through it and potentially spoil little things in the future. You know, I bet that could taste pretty nice, actually. That actually doesn't sound too bad. I get the impression... I think I talked to you, didn't I? Yeah. I get the feeling this is probably the shops. There might be some new gear to buy here. Yeah, it's both... Oh, but we access the other shop from the other side. Okay, what do you... Ooh, do you have anything... You probably don't have anything in the barrels. Nope. What do you have for sale? Oh, okay. Nothing in the deals. So we've got the broadsword, which I don't think we need. Oh, I guess I could give it to 0. It's an upgrade for 0. Yeah, sell that. Don't need that. Still don't have a new rapier. I think that's the katana Hazuki's got. Yep. Iron Lance. That is an upgrade for Campbell. Oh, he's got too much. Fix that in a second then. That's not a new axe. That's not new. I think Hazuki might have this already in her inventory. I don't think 0 is good with those. No, substantially worse. Yeah, I think I just need to get that lance. Let's give that... Actually, Hazuki's got room, I know that. So... Should really quickly equip that while I'm here. Oh, I need to use the lucky cookie as well. I'll have to do that before I... Well, what I'll probably do is I'll, start the next fight. And then egress out. It's pretty much my normal standard, I suppose. I will, of course, be using that lucky cookie on Prince Median to get him as strong as possible. So, I mean, Prince Median obviously has got no idea about this, but because we know what's coming up in the story from having played through Scenario 1, we know that's Edmund's army. And he's gone to meet with Garzel's army. Oh, also, really, I suppose really quickly worth mentioning, Anifek Village, that we're all like, we need to keep this passageway a secret, and we pushed the rock that was keeping it a secret into the sea, or into the river, but never mind. Okay, so now they've dropped that was General Edmund. We know that it was, Why is that relevant for you? We know that it's Garzel, but obviously, I guess they're trying to keep it a secret for now. This village is relatively small. Oh, I've just spoken to you, haven't I? I think this is the inn. There was a fantastic item in here. Actually, well, I'm going to talk to everybody, so. One of the vases. Yeah. Oh, sound effects. What are you doing here? Oh. Okay. Oh, poor guy's stuck here. And all he wanted was some good lumber. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense. Sucks for him, though. Why did you guys stay in town? Yeah, well, we know that, but... See, the thing is, I get the impression that the soldiers of Edmund's army don't know that the plan is to kill the king. Or possibly they do know, but... Well, I mean, that's good, isn't it? So they're not going to fight me, the Imperial Prince. So this barrel here had got a healing rain in it, which is the heal everybody to full consumable item. So that's quite nice. There's a village in the forest near Barrand. Well, I think that's where we're going next, to be honest. Yeah, I can believe that. I think there was 200 gold in that. It was either 200 or 150. Oh, I see. So, like, the war broke out and they ran out of supplies, pretty much. And, Barrand is the only thing keeping them afloat. Only a commander. Yeah. Well, it's because he's gone off to go do Edmund things, really. How mean? I believe this is the Republican headquarters. The single most important item to pick up in here is, in this vase, there is the chicken feed. Which you need to, Nice. You need to go get the chicken. A hidden village near Barrand, I must inform. So, yeah, that village is going to be very important, I feel, soon. Why do only the Centaur Knights have to do all the work? Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting that the Centaurs have different breeds. That's an interesting little bit of flavour. I don't think we'll ever see, like, the differences, or the other Centaurs, but, I mean, it's nice that they acknowledge that they exist. Who hunts in the mountains? Okay. I certainly have. I've stolen a chicken from it. What have we got here? Another house? Can I pillage? Okay, so yeah, that's just some stuff about the Elbazum statue that's broken, or will be broken. Oh, there's money. Nice. Or will be broken very soon. Oh, okay. So we haven't really heard much about General Tybalt from any of the characters in the game, but this is the first little bit we've got, I guess. He puts his army first. I didn't realise he was the Lord of Barrand. Oh, actually, this was mentioned right at the beginning, wasn't it? In Scenario 1, they were discussing it before the peace talks. Barrand's right on the border. I mean, so Barrand revolted from Tybalt's rule, and now General Rogan, one of the Imperials, is the Lord of it. And everyone likes General Rogan. And he's doing his best to keep Rhineside afloat. General Rogan seems like an all-round nice guy. This is a church. Yeah. What have we got to say of the people of Rhineside? Okay. I guess that makes sense because we've seen Khan. Khan was an Elbazan monk. I think you could pray without the priest, but... Is that where the Elbazan statue is? Yeah, it must be. Well, about that, my friend. I got some bad news for you. Let's do another courtesy save, because that worked really well for me last time. I got really scared then when it just hung on that note. Yes, I will continue now. We're pretty much done with this village. The only other thing of note is this old guy being behaving. Yeah, it'd be nice to avoid a fighting in the town. Well, I mean, that's a bit... Oh, that's a bit rude. Is there anything in these barrels? I suspect the answer is no. Either way, for the chicken feed, there was one chicken sat in the corner here that when you talk to it, like using C, does a love heart. You use the chicken feed on it, and then you walk back to the HQ, and then it sits there until much later on. Is there anything in the weapon item shop? Delicious snacks. Do you have anything cool? Oh, just the map. I suspect you've probably only got... Yeah, nothing useful, unfortunately. Well, I think that's us done with Rhineside Village, actually. There's not a whole lot to do here. It's possible that I've missed an item or two, like in a barrel or a box somewhere, but I got the chicken, I got the healing rain. Those are honestly the things that are most important. So, let's try and leave. See where we end up. Ah, well, there's the ruins for a start. Oh, actually, well, that's something I was going to remark, actually. When we turned up here, it was night time. That presumably is the night that Symbios' army spent in Cronus Village and fought Abdark. So it's the daytime now and they're leaving. And that must be Edmund's army getting ready to head them off. It's nice to see... That's just brutal. Also, you guys are taking a lot of hits to kill that vampire bat. I have my doubts about the strength of Edmund's army. Oh, this must be right as the Elbazan statue broke. Because that was in Chapter 3, which Symbios would be in here. Yeah, the Elbazan statue must have broken. Interesting. Alright then. So we desperately need to catch up with Edmund's forces as they head off, but we'll be doing that in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you next time.